If we told you that there exist two types of darkness in the psychological realm, the dark triad and the dark empathy. The dark triad, a term coined to describe three distinct yet related personality traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, has been a subject of intense study and scrutiny. On the other hand, dark empathy, a seemingly paradoxical concept, refers to the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, but use this understanding for manipulative purposes. However, a question arises. With the wealth of education and the existence of organizations, should the dark triad virus be controllable by a specialized group with access to universities and growth resources in other countries with scientific systems, laws, and a sense of community and friendship in society? The answer is not as straightforward as one might think. It hinges on whether society is ready for change and even at war with itself. Let's delve deeper. In the 1950s, the Persian-speaking community had real access to scientific resources and various organizations outside the country and to some extent within the country. However, the path was lost. What was the reason? What were they focusing on? Did the specialized group, instead of emphasizing cooperation and sacrifice, place their focus elsewhere? Consider figures like Bazargan and Shariati, who renounced their academic credentials to religion or God. Were they afraid of death? Was their behavior based on sacrifice and cooperation? Alongside this, were they ruthless and not listening to others? This is where we can trace the roots in the information pattern of the dark triad, the bright triad, and the story of the Persian society, in the absence of compassion from specialists, and the promise of a cure after Sohrab's death. The story of this region becomes a story of a lack of empathy from specialists due to reasons like the second dangerous virus and the failure to perform teamwork and organizational work to garner specialized compassion. The Persian society's specialized system is quite powerful, but there seems to be a specific self-destructive tendency within this layer. This self-destructive tendency is seen in the context of mysticism and the failure to establish a scientific system. The specialized group is not keen to garner specialized compassion, and if they do, they will face challenges such as the war of Rostam and Sohrab and problems like fatigue from compassion, similar to the fatigue healthcare workers experienced during COVID. However, models far from compassion demonstrate a peculiar individual power. Each member of the Persian society has lived in an environment far from compassion and has seen a significant amount of sacrifice, cooperation, and love around them. This can potentially influence the region. We cannot expect specialists with traits like the virus to have a significant impact without facing the challenges we have just discussed. So what have we learned today? The dark triad and dark empathy are significant concepts in psychology. They have a profound impact on societies, and controlling them isn't as simple as it might seem. The Persian society's specialized group has faced challenges in harnessing specialized compassion, which has led to a certain self-destructive tendency. However, individuals far from compassion have demonstrated a unique power, suggesting that change and progress might come from unexpected places.